Hello, everybody. I am Joe the Jet G, and today we're going to be talking about Aaron Glenn and what does he have to do in 2026 to keep his job for the future. Well, what Coach Aaron Glenn has to do is obvious. He has to win more than 3 games. He has to show a heck of a lot of improvement. Now, improvement can be viewed in very different ways. Is the team more competitive? Are they winning more games? You know, obvious stuff like that. Is the team morale better than it was a year ago? I mean, that this is stuff that we're gonna have to judge and we're gonna have to talk about throughout 2026 when evaluating Aaron Glenn. And if it doesn't change, we all know the answer to this problem. We all know Aaron Glenn, if he does not improve things in 2026, he will not be the coach for 2027, or he should not be the coach for 2027 because let's be honest, most of us didn't think he should be the coach going into this year. But then Woody Johnson said, hey, too bad. We're keeping him, and he's our guy for 2026. So whether Jet fans like it or not, we're currently handcuffed to Aaron Glenn. But how does how does Aaron Glenn win us back over? It's simple. Winning games, showing improvement, picking the right players. That's how Aaron Glenn could win us back over. But it's way easier said than done. Because let's be honest, they could still win 6 games, show improvement, but Aaron Glenn could still be fired. Here's how I can, you know, express this. Let's just say the Jets actually have a decent start to the season, and, we're probably maybe speaking playoffs, whispering playoffs, and then the Jets fall apart at the end of the season. And that's a clear indication that the Jets collapsed in some sort of way. If the 2026 season ends up like that, where it turns into a impressive start to the season, but it turns into a collapse, well then at that point it is obvious to get rid of Aaron Glenn. But if it's something like this, where the 2026 season starts off a little bit slow, but the Jets show a little bit of life at the end of the season by winning, 5 games in a row or 6 games in a row that make you go like, oh, those are credible wins. And especially against teams that are really, really good. For example, we play the Chiefs next year, we play the Broncos next year. You win some of those games, let's just say those games are slated to the end of the season and you win some of those games, those are justifiable reasons to keep Aaron Glenn. But again, it all starts with the player development. It all starts with that. And it, I mean, last year player development wasn't that great. I mean, it was definitely something a lot of people pointed to for a reason why Aaron Glenn should have been fired. Because let's be honest, the Jets, they had some talent the beginning of the season last year in 2025. They had Quentin Williams. They had Sauce Gardner. They had some guys on the defensive side of the football. They had Michael Carter the second. They had guys. They got rid of them now because they were awful, with Aaron Glenn, which shows that Aaron Glenn couldn't coach these guys up to the standard that he is looking for. Now, the only excuse you can come up with is, oh, it's not Aaron Glenn's. Those are not Aaron Glenn's guys. Those are not Aaron Glenn's players. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that ends up being. And you know, hey, it's just a waiting game at this point. But should Jet fans be trustworthy of Aaron Glenn for the future? If you put a gun to my head and say, "Hey, do you think Aaron Glenn will be the future coach of the New York Jets? Will he be the coach for the New York Jets uh, in 2027 and beyond? I'm going to say no. I'm going to bet on no because what he has showed us year one, i- it wasn't good enough. And I don't know. I think it's a very, very, very tough climb out of the hole Aaron Glenn has dug himself after his first year. Very, very tough climb. And he's going to have to do a lot to win this fan base over and to get this fan base behind him and his vision. Now, Jets GM Darren Bougie, a lot of people want him safe for 2027 and beyond. People want him to make the picks in 2027 and all these other things. Okay, fine. We can fire Aaron Glenn in 2027 and keep Darren Bougie. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But, you know, it's not ideal. It's not an ideal thing to to fire the head coach and then keep the GM. It's not ideal. The GM and the coach are usually tied to the hip. I do trust Darren Muji in his moves. I do think he's done a good job, a better job than Aaron Glenn, in my personal opinion. But again, this is a wait and see type of season. Okay? Thursday's gonna tell a lot on what the Jets plan is, especially this season, and how they're gonna tackle this season and how they're gonna go forward. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah. So here's to hoping for Aaron Glenn to have at least some type of way of success. Because let me tell you something, fellow Jet fans. If Aaron Glenn succeeds, we succeed, honestly, at this point. Because it's been so long since this team has been competitive to an extent. It's just been so bad. And by the looks of it, on paper, it's not looking good, personally. It's not shaping up to be a good season, let alone a season of promise. And most Jet fans at this point are looking to tank for 2027. I mean, at this point, I just want to be competitive for a year. I just want to have some type of, pride within my football team, some type of thing to point to the Jets and be proud of. And I haven't felt that way about this team in a long time. And you know what? It might be another year of disappointment and not being proud of this team for the Jets to actually get a quarterback and be competitive, which I mean, like I got to endure another year of garbage. Is that what we're gonna have to do? I hope not. It's just saying, I hope not. But by the looks of it, we're probably going to witness it getting worse than it getting better, unfortunately. So I'm going to end it like this. 2026 is going to be a year of transition for the Jets. It's going to be a year of hopefully building and hopefully, you know, change. But there's going to be a lot of bumps on the road. That's what I see from this team in 2026. And gun to my head, I do not see Aaron Glenn being the head coach in 2027 beyond. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Aaron Glenn proves to me that he could be a good head coach. But as of right now, I just don't see it. All right. I'll leave it at that and see ya.